when you come to Verona. You are finally coming home when you come to Verona. It's a place to call your own when you come to Verona. When you're finally coming home and you learn what it means to be a family. When you come to Verona.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Verona Chamber of Commerce Roundtable discussion show. I am your host, Anthony Lombardi of Anthony Roberts Salon, and I would like to take a moment to introduce a new co-host, my friend, my co-worker, now my co-host, and a lady who makes a hell of a pizza. Lori Barino of Anthony Roberts Salon and Barino's Pizzeria. Welcome.
Thanks, Aunt.
As my co-host,
Thank
Lori.
you.
And there is a God, and he is torturing me because I cannot get away from you.
You're stuck with me.
I'm stuck with you.
Throughout the whole week.
I'm stuck with you. Well, welcome. I think you're going
Thank
to
you.
add a lot of fun to the show. And,
I hope so.
We're just going to go with it. We're going to have some fun, learn a little bit about the businesses in Verona, and see where it takes us.
Let's do it.
Okay?
Yep.
So first off, I'd like to introduce my first guest, somebody you may know from town. It's Andrew Mensch of, it's now Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, right?
Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, New Jersey Properties.
Okay, that's a mouthful.
Yes, it is.
But it was New Jersey. It's been a lot of things since you've been in
Yes.
Verona, right? Why don't you give us a little history about
The company
what it's been?
started out as Janet Realty. Founded, we've been in the town since 1954. And through our history, we've joined first with Prudential. Steve Janet and his family joined with Prudential. Then we merged with other Prudential offices to become Prudential New Jersey Properties. And then most recently, we're very happy to say that we've become part of Berkshire Hathaway in Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. It's really great that we're proud of two things. Number one, it's great for the real estate industry and real estate market in general that a man is, as educated and as much of a business leader as Warren Buffett is interested in the real estate market with any company. But it's even more for us. We're even more proud that he chose us and that we're carrying his name.
Do your paychecks get signed by Warren Buffett?
I wish. I wish.
So tell us how's the market doing? I know there's still some uncertainty about what's going on out there. Like, should people be selling their homes? How should people be pricing their homes? Like, if I'm a person, I'm looking to either buy or I'm looking to sell. What are some of the tips you can give that person as to how the market's going now?
The market's been very healthy. We've had increasing numbers of sales from the point in the early 2000s when we had our first hit in the real estate market. Things have come back. We've had an increase in prices this year, somewhere around 8 or 10%. So things are getting better. We've got more multiple offers out there, which is something that went away a few years ago. And if a house is priced right and looks good and is presented well on the internet, then it'll sell.
I always believe that. I always believed if you price something a certain way, I think you could sell it in any market. And I think what happened was, when houses were going at such an inflated rate, people automatically thought that, well, my neighbor got this, I can get that. And I think it's not always the comparisons that you're making. It's each house is individual, and I think just because your neighbor got this doesn't mean you can necessarily get that. I think you have to speak with your realtor, talk to them. You guys are professionals. You know the market, and if a realtor tells you this is what you should get for your house, you think you should listen to them.
I agree. There's a trend of prices, but each house is an individual house, especially in Verona, where the houses aren't cookie-cutter houses, where you can't, not like a condo community, where each house is exactly the same house and it's easy to find comparable sales to. But we're finding overall that the market, not only in Verona, but other places we sell, in the Caldwells and the Oranges and other surrounding towns, that the market's gotten a lot healthier and a lot better in the last few years.
That's fantastic. And your predictions are that it's going to keep getting better? Do you see it stabilizing a little bit? And what do you see like in the next year, in the next 5 years? How do you see the market going? I know you don't have a crystal ball, but...
I see the market getting better. I would actually like to see the increases slow a little bit because it tends to be, and we've seen through history, that when they go up fast, they come down fast. We're not going up that fast as we did in the mid-2000s, but a nice, steady, slow increase of growth is what makes for a healthy market.
That's what I think that's true in any business. Like Lori could tell you, like even at my salon, when I opened up the new location 2 years ago, everybody's like, oh, you're going to be, and it wasn't like I didn't get that spike where it was like people were breaking down the door. But over the last 2 years that I've been at my new location, I've seen it rise and rise slowly. And believe me, I'll take slow and steady any day over somebody comes in, they're hot right off the bat, and then they tend to flame out.
Yeah.
So I'm a big proponent of slow and steady wins the race.
But interest rates remain low. We're still under 4.5%, and it's really remarkable. I was talking to one of my agents just today that the fact that people don't realize and why they're so important is for every 1% increase in the interest rate, you lose 9% of your buying power.
Wow.
Because you can't, if you're buying on a certain price, if you want to spend $1,500 or $2,000 on a mortgage per month, you can get less and less as you've got to put more and more money into the interest.
Yeah.
So while rates are low for buyers and sellers, because buyers obviously need to buy a house, but a seller is generally going to move to another house, and their chances are going to have to get a mortgage too. So it's a very good time with interest rates at 4.5%. I started in real estate; there were 13 and 14% interest rates.
I remember my parents said. I think when they bought their house, it was like 77. When my parents bought the house, they're still living in it today, thank God. 77. I think they were paying like 14% interest.
Have they refinanced since then?
Yeah, I don't think yeah.
Okay,
That's crazy, but it's great that the interest rates are low, and I'm glad to see the market doing well. I really am, because like I said, it's tough out there, and I don't think it should be as high as it was, but I'm glad to see the recovery coming, as you said.
Because housing is so much a part of people's lives. I mean, for most people, it's their largest investment, which is why it's important to go to a realtor when you're selling your house. You wouldn't sell stock, or you wouldn't go investing without advice from somebody. So it's important to use someone who knows the area, knows the community, and knows how to buy and sell. But it's for most people, as I said, it's the most important and largest asset, and it's not only unlike something like a stock or any kind of investment where it's a document that sits in a vault. This is something where you live and you raise your family.
Yeah.
And you talked about your experiences with your parents who still live in the house, and all the memories that come with it.
Of course.
And it's such a beautiful thing. It's so great when people could buy homes. We love selling houses, especially to first-time home buyers.
And you guys are good at it too, because a little birdie told me that you guys are, I think, the leader in Verona in home sales, right?
Yes, we are, and we have been for many years, and we're very proud of that.
That's great.
You've had a name change recently?
Yes. What I had said was that with Berkshire Hathaway, we hope to go even further now. We're finding people coming into us, not only people, but I've got agents from other offices that are coming to me and asking about the name and what it's all about. Warren Buffett owns lots of companies. He owns Dairy Queen, he owns Benjamin Moore Paint, he owns Heinz Ketchup, lots of companies, but he hasn't put his name on any company, really no other company, except for his real estate company now. And putting his name right up front in real estate has really made a big difference, not only for our office, but for the Berkshire Hathaway offices across the country. Our company didn't exist. Berkshire Hathaway didn't exist. The name didn't exist a year and a half ago, and we're going to be in 40 states by the end of the year.
That's great.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
And you guys do some charity work, the Sunshine Kids?
Yes, that's. I'll tell you one of my favorite parts of my company. The Sunshine Kids raises money for children who have cancer, and we give them experiences outside of the treatments that they have. I mean, nobody should have to go through that, especially a child.
No, it's the worst.
And we try to help the kids out, show them things, bring them to new experiences. We've taken them to Disney, we've taken them to Hershey Park. Just last month, we had 27 kids come from all over the country. We had children who had never been on a plane before, never been away from home before. They came to New York for the very first time, and they got an experience. They got to see Broadway shows, did a trip around Manhattan, did tours. We took them, our office personally, our company personally took them bowling, which we do every year. And it really helps the kids, and it's such a really nice part. It's very easy for a corporation to just write a check, but what we do is all our offices.
Get involved.
We all get involved in this.
It's more fulfilling that way, probably,
it's very
for
fulfilling.
you guys, yeah.
And our company raised $135,000 last year for them. And
That's amazing.
And over the lifetime of our, our relationship with the Sunshine Kids, our companies alone, our 19 offices, have raised over $1 million to help the children.
Yeah, I know Patty Bishop, who works for you guys. She's been active with the Sunshine Kids for years. I mean, she's a client of mine, and she's always coming in. She's always doing something. Every time she sees me, she's always doing something with the Sunshine Kids, and I think that's a testament to she doesn't just do it because it's a work relationship. She's got a passion for it, and I think that's when you have somebody that has a passion for something, you'll get more done.
Absolutely, I wear it on my
on your
Great.
wrist.
On my wrist every day.
Well, Andrew, it was great seeing you. Always come back again. Give us. We always love to know what the market's doing, and good luck with the name change. And
thank you, and welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
And when Mr. Buffett stops by, send them by Anthony Robert for a haircut
And a pizza.
All right.
New pizza.
It was good seeing you. Thank you.
Thank you
Take
so
care.
much.
Okay, bye-bye.
We'll be right back with our next guest. Don't go anywhere.
Do things with the environment in mind. I bike where I can, support mom and pop stores, and basically look for the local option. That's why I'm proud to operate a CSA. What's a CSA? CSA stands for Community Supported Agriculture. We offer shares of our farm to local families. Once the harvest begins, families come to our farm once a week for their pickup of fresh food. Throughout the summer, we'll have all your favorites like melons, peppers, and of course, world-famous Jersey tomatoes. And in the fall, the harvest continues with an abundance of food right up to Thanksgiving. CSAs are a great way to support a local business and preserve green space at the same time. Community-supported agriculture provides families healthy food and are helping to re-energize New Jersey's rich agricultural heritage. To find a CSA in your area, go to visitnjfarms.org.
Welcome back to the Verona Chamber of Commerce Roundtable Discussion Show. I am your host, Anthony Lombardi of Anthony Robert Salon, and I am here with my co-host, Lori Barino of Anthony Robert Salon,
Yep.
Barino's Pizza.
It's all me and you.
All over the place.
Every day.
Okay, well, we're back, and I want to introduce my next guest. You may know him from town as well. It's Kim from Trattoria Bella Gente. Welcome to the show, Kim. How are you?
Thank you, Anthony.
Hi, Kim. How are you?
Nice to
Welcome.
meet you again.
Tell me what's going on in the restaurant business in Verona.
Well, definitely had up and downs and all kind of chaos in the last few years, but looks like we finally still trying to get back into the full swing of things. Obviously, a lot more tweaking that need to be done. But as with any business, you would know that.
Yeah, no, of course. You've owned. When did you take over Trattoria Bella Gente?
Let me see. The restaurant's 25 years old, and I took it over in July of 2005.
Okay. And it's been a labor of love since then.
Oh
right?
man, it's been a roller coaster ride. I mean, I took it over at that time. I was pretty much an absentee owner. I had to become hands-on in 2007, and that's when we saw a tremendous amount of growth. But unfortunately, I had to step away from the business because my 3 liquor stores were losing to the tune of like $12,000 a month. So I had to step away from there to constantly to fix all those other problems, and then finally got all those problems situated, I would say about a couple of years ago, and then stepping back into the business.
So you own 3 other liquor stores as well?
Yeah, we finally consolidated down to like just one.
Just one. And where's the liquor store located?
It's in Montclair. It's called Merritt's Fine Wines on the corner of Midland and Bloomfield Avenue.
Yeah, I know exactly.
Yeah, we
I'm
just
sure.
actually moved to the new location the week before Sandy. So it has
You
been
brought us some samples, right?
Huh?
Of the liquor.
Of course, of course.
Exactly.
Some nice,
I don't need any pizza samples, but I'll take some liquor
I think we
samples.
should dig out some nice with your Barolo on the second.
Yeah, I mean, you do have a lot going on at the restaurant, though. Like, you have, tell me, I mean, besides just coming in there and getting a meal, like catering, party rooms, you do it all, right?
Yeah, the one thing I think, because we do a lot of parties because we have 2 dining rooms. We have the casual dining room, the trattoria side, which has the exposed, brick wall, or pictures of actually old movie posters from the movie theater in Italy that was shut down. So the previous owner on a trip, when he saw the movie theater in Italy was closing down, they grabbed all those old movie posters, got them framed, brought it back to America, framed them up, and put in as decor for the restaurant. And then for the formal side, which used to be known as Osprey's, that side is basically right now it's just a restaurant, a dining room. So you have, and that side's a little bit more formal, a little bit more upscale. And so we do a lot of parties on that side, and that is, I guess, because we're flexible enough that we have 2 dining rooms that we could accommodate more parties.
We have a little bit of history with, I don't know if you know, me and Lori were talking off air. Lori, tell us, you have a little bit of history with Bella Genti. Tell me, why don't you tell Kim what your history is?
Well, when I became pregnant with my younger daughter, I was afraid to tell my husband. So I thought, what better way to tell him than over dinner? So I brought him to ours. And I slipped a little test in the menu, and I handed it to him. And that's how he found out he was going to be a father.
Oh my God.
Yep,
That is one hell of a story. It would have been better if you told me that your daughter was conceived there, but
I don't think that would have been better. Food was taking so long to come out.
We were getting bored,
Yeah.
and the rest, as you know,
the
is
rest of it is
history.
what? Oh man.
Yeah, so he was a little shocked.
Oh man.
And then the table next to us, which was 2 lovely women, saw that he didn't speak for about 8 minutes, and they were like, "It's okay, you know." Yeah.
Oh man.
So it was a
That
nice
is-
family atmosphere over there.
Oh man, that definitely made my day.
But the food, the food,
Made his
the
too.
food's fantastic.
Thank you,
You have a
thank
menu with you? Let me take a look.
Actually, yeah, I do.
So you guys do brick oven pizza, right?
Yes, a little bit different Neapolitan style brick oven. I think it is the oldest brick oven in Essex County.
I think
actually.
you and I should do like a little pizza kind of thing. Invite all the town residents.
Definitely, you should
I'll
definitely
make
go
some
head to head with
pizzas.
Oscar. You know, like,
Yeah, yeah.
because I heard that you do make a phenomenal
Thank
pie.
you.
So I think you
And I've
Oscar
had
should-
yours, and I know it's phenomenal.
Thank you, thank
So
you.
like a little
So you and Oscar have a little
cook-off.
friendly competition.
How fun would that
you know?
be?
The customer's gonna win either way.
I'll still like you if you win or lose. So.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Same sentiment here.
Thanks,
Same sentiment
thanks.
here.
Pizza, there's always room for more than one pizzeria.
Absolutely.
Of course.
But
Hey,
Oh, isn't
variety is the spice of life, right?
It is.
tell us how we can get in touch with you. I mean, I have it right here. Is it, you're at,
Yeah, the restaurant is at 640-644. So the formal side, the entrance is 640, which usually on the weekdays we have that side closed. We usually only use the dining room on the Friday and Saturday night, and also when we have special events. The trattoria side, that's a 644. That's the side that we normally keep open, and it has front and back entrance on both dining rooms. The restaurant is open from Tuesday to Sunday, from 11:30 in the morning until 9, 10 o'clock at night, depending on the flow.
until they leave, right? Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what, that's my
until we
salon
get the
too.
last- the last
I open
customer
from
out.
9 till we close. That's
So he has to
Exactly.
kick us out. No one wants to go home when we're at work. He's like, you guys got to leave now. So
Well, that means the place is fun to work.
it
That's
is.
all.
It
And they
is.
can also find you on the web at www.bellagentynj.com.
Yes.
And you could like their Facebook page, Bella Gente Verona NJ.
Thank you. And also, we also have our menus over there. The catering pack. I mean, right now we are still just getting into carry-out catering because most of our catering is pretty much done in-house, you know, for the parties. But we are getting into that, and as well as doing a few deliveries for the customers who can't come to the restaurant. You know, with kids or like a
Right.
babysitter or whatnot, we do what we can. And so for the most part, they can even check out all the packages, and they can put in a like they have any questions about any dates availability for a party or anything like that. There's a response form under catering that they can click on there and put in the date that they would like, and either myself or one of my staff will get back to them.
I love
Great,
Bella Gente. I haven't
great.
been there I'm not be honest with you. I haven't been there in a while, and I don't know why. I think it's because once I leave, I don't live in Verona. I'm not a Verona resident. You are though, right? You have.
Yes, I've been living in Verona since 2007. We have 4 kids in the school system, and we intend to hopefully stay there as see
It's a
all the
great
kids
town.
grow.
I mean, it's a great
It
town.
is a beautiful place
Some people
to
say it's a
raise a
little bit
family.
sleepy town. In some essence, it is, but I think it's only because of the fact that it is a very family-oriented town.
Well, the
And so
problem- You're situated next to Montclair. I mean, anything's going to look like a sleepy town next to Montclair.
exactly.
So I don't think it's a sleepy town.
I don't think so
I
at
don't think so
all,
at all. But I
no.
mean, if you want to compare it to Montclair, then it might look like it might. But everything next to Montclair would look. Because Montclair's
Exactly.
so alive. It's
No, I mean Montclair is, I guess, because all the commuters.
right.
You know, so many people. I mean, like my business in Montclair, my wine shop. I see people literally at 12 o'clock. If you walk outside, it's still, there's
I
still a
wouldn't
lot of
want
people
that,
walking around.
actually. I don't mean any
No, not
offense
for-
to
no, of
when you're
course
raising
not.
your family, you want the town to go to sleep at a certain
Exactly,
point.
exactly. So
I
you
think.
had. That's why I think that it's probably better off, like, if somebody want to hang out and party, let them go hang out and party in Montclair.
Yeah.
But if they want to have a family event or family
Yeah.
affair,
Come back to Verona.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Well, I'm going to come by and see you for dinner soon because, like I said, I owe it to myself to come back to Belgium. I always love that. I don't know. Like I said, I leave Verona. I go home. I don't know why I don't, but I'm going to come
Well,
back
I
and see you.
mean-
I'm going to come by and see you.
And plus, right now, I can guarantee that at least the food is great because we did have a mishap. I should say a period between 2000, the end of 2012 to 2013 when we lost our head chef for 8 months because he had a family emergency. He had to go back to his country, and he couldn't come back for like 8-9 months. So we had a couple of fill-ins. Oh my God, it was a disaster.
Yeah.
But because even the same recipe, different
No.
hands.
Two different people
Complete
make it two different
different
ways.
result. You know
Yes,
that.
Food's
and
gotta
I
be
do
cooked-
know that.
Food's got to be
Exactly.
cooked
As
with
a
love.
chef, you know
And
that.
consistent.
Exactly. So I would say finally right now, we all the whole entire kitchen staff and Oscar, everybody's on the roll. We still need a little bit more fine tuning on the front staff. Maybe one day you can come over and help me crack the whip on the front staff.
I will bring my whip.
And get everybody into shape. But we are still fine tuning, like I said, the front staff, and hopefully we'll get all the little
That's easy
kinks
to
ironed
fix,
out
you
soon
know?
enough. And Jaden, he's probably like our most loved waiter. He's the cute little kid who's singing around, or to all the customers and
That
everything
is
like
cute.
that.
I'm going to
So-
sing to our customers.
There you go.
You do.
I do.
We should have karaoke nights.
Karaoke nights, pizza competition.
This is gonna take
I'm
off.
just going to say, can I judge the pizza competition when you guys have it?
No, because I will be mad at if I don't win.
You know I will give you an honest opinion.
I don't want your honest opinion. I want to win.
I just want to eat pizza.
Well, now you have two friends.
All right,
Right.
you know what? We just got to make sure that we have enough judges and make sure the votes are unanimous. That's why she can't
That you
pick.
can't.
You know.
You can't
I don't
believe
know
it.
the truth.
It'll be
You're stuttering.
anonymous.
You're stuttering.
It'll be an anonymous ballot.
I better win.
Well, we're gonna have that. I'm gonna make sure we get that done.
That sounds like
neither
so
of you
much
guys are
fun.
getting off
That
on
would be a
I
lot of
can't
fun.
wait for
You're not
that.
getting
That would be a lot
Let's
of
do
fun.
that.
No chickening out.
We'll film
All right,
it.
got
Kim, thank you.
So nice
Remember
to
to go
meet
see.
you.
so much.
Remember
You
to
got
go
it.
see Kim at Bella Genti, and of course go see Lori at Burrino's Pizza. And we'll be back with our next guest. Stay right where you are.
Thank you.
Our two most delicious crops arrive at roadside farm stands and backyard barbecues. The world-famous taste of Jersey tomatoes and sweet corn are as big a part of New Jersey summers as our boardwalks and beaches. If mild weather prevails, by the 4th of July, we can treat the family with a healthy supply of these favorites. But if you're planning to serve these treats to friends and family, there are a few simple tips to ensure that they taste their best. Whether from your yard or local farm, tomatoes should be picked when they're almost soft, not firm. Don't refrigerate them unless they've been sliced. Store them on a cool countertop out of direct sunlight, not on the windowsill. When it comes to sweet corn, it's just the opposite. Keep corn refrigerated while still in the husk. This prevents the sugars from turning into starch. When cooking corn, don't overdo it. Overcooking takes away its natural sweetness. Husk and rinse the ears, then add them to boiling water and cook for only about 3 to 5 minutes. You can also try microwaving corn in the husk for just a short time. So when July arrives, look for New Jersey sweet corn and tomatoes at a community farm market or roadside farm stand near you. For a listing of New Jersey farm markets, find us online at visitnjfarms.org and like Visit NJ Farms on Facebook.
Welcome back to the Verona Chamber of Commerce Roundtable Discussion Show. I'm your host, Anthony Lombardi of Anthony Roberts Salon. And I just want to take a moment before we close the show to once again welcome you, Lori. It's
Thanks,
been a pleasure seeing you, working with you again. And I think you're going to bring a really cool energy to the show.
I hope so.
And me and Scott were talking about it the last time I had you on as a guest. And after you were done, we had so much fun. Scott was like, we got to get her as a co-host. So, it it actually didn't take me long to get you because, you were like, yeah, I'll do it.
I would do anything you wanted me to do.
I had this whole spiel to try and get
Convince
you
me.
to convince you, and I didn't have to use any of it. So, I'm glad you were here with us today. I think we're
I
gonna
had a
have
great time.
I think we're gonna have a lot of fun,
Yep.
and I look forward to it.
Me
And
too.
We'll just go with it. We'll just-
Anthony and Lori,
Anthony and Lori, our show.
our show.
Also, I just want to say everything to the people out there. If you have a child that has any kind of special skill, feel free to contact me at the salon. It's 973-857-1922. You can also contact me at the salon if you want to get your hair done. But if you have a child that has a special talent, contact me at the salon. We'd love to have them on the show. So on behalf of myself and Lori Barino of Barino's Pizzeria and Anthony Roberts Salon, we'd like to say thank you, and we will see you next month. Thank you for watching.
With a lot of love, we found a home. Our friendships grow, 'cause we're not alone. Our children safe to follow dreams. Open your eyes, see what I see. Every one of you is a part of me, not just a town, a community. When you come to Verona, you are finally coming home. When you come to Verona, it's a place to call your own, and you learn what it means to be a family. The avenue where business thrives, our history has shaped our lives. What our fathers built, we have carried on. Though times may change, our beliefs are strong. When you come to Verona, you are finally coming on. When you come to Verona, it's a place to call your own, and you learn what it means to be a family. When you come to Verona. When you come to Verona, you are finally coming home. When you come to Verona, it's a place to call your own. When you come to Verona, you're finally coming home, and you learn what it means to be a family. When you come to Verona.